All right, y'all, we are going to do clay today, and we're gonna make some pinch pots that have lids. So I'm gonna teach you how to start your pinch pot. You're gonna get a canvas that looks like this. Spread that out in front of you, and then you should have a block of clay about this size. This should be enough. If you need more, we can give you a little bit more, but we still have to make the stretch for the rest of 4th grade. So anyways, notice that I took off a piece. I want to put some aside to make sure I have enough for my lid as well. So I'm going to put a little bit more. We're going to start with the actual like pinch pot itself. So you need to roll this either into a ball or you can shape it with your hands. And then a pinch pot is pretty easy. All you do is once you roll it into a ball, doesn't have to look perfect, you're gonna stick your thumb in about halfway. So about right here, I'm gonna stick my thumb in halfway down, and then as I turn it, I'm going to pinch to make that hole that I made with my thumb a little bit bigger. So I'm pinching and turning gently. I wanna make sure I'm not making my clay walls too thin. If they are too thin, they can break super easily, especially in the kiln. So just be very careful of that. So I'm pinching and turning. If you want to make sure that it's going to sit flat on your table, because right now it's a little bit round on the bottom, I can take my pinch pot and tap it lightly on my table so that it makes a flat surface. If I wanted to add like little legs for this to stand on, I could do that. So this is what the extra clay is for that you set aside. I'm gonna start with my lid. So I'm gonna roll another ball with my clay and then flatten it out with my hand. And kind of pinch it. Make sure it's not too flat. I always say the width of your pinky, it should not be, the wall of your clay shouldn't be any thinner than the width of your pinky. So I'm just gonna smooth out my clay, and for the lid, flip your pot over after you have like kind of like rolled out or flattened out a little bit of a slab. Put your pot that you made on top, and do you see how all this extra stuff is hanging over? Take one of your clay tools that can be used to like cut some clay and just go around the edge, and this is kind of like measuring how big your lid should be. So I'm gonna go all the way around and cut off any extra clay that I don't need. Okay, so then now I have my lid that fits perfectly, and then I can go ahead and smooth that out if I wanted to. If you have any sharp edges like this right here, this little point, make sure to get rid of those and smooth it all out, because once this dries and we put it in the kiln, it's gonna be really, really sharp. And then not only do we want our lid to fit on top, we also don't want it to slide off. Okay, so this is how to make sure your lid is not going to slide off. With my extra clay, I'm just gonna roll a really small coil. And again, be careful with this part, because if your coil gets too dry, it will crack. So just be careful about that. And I need to attach this to the inside of my pot right here so that whenever I stick it on, it won't like slide off. Okay, oops. But there's a specific way to attach clay, because you can't just stick it on and it'll stay. It doesn't work like that. You have to do something called scoring, and then you have to put slip on both sides. Then you have to stick it on, and then you've got to smooth it, okay? And smoothing is the most important step, because that's what's gonna make sure that your clay stays, okay? So I need this, my piece broke off, but I need this coil to be wrapped in a circle on my lid. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a tool, and this is called scoring, which is I'm just doing little teeny tiny lines going around the edge to rough up the clay. I also need to do it on this side right here where I am attaching it.